Hey guys, this is IXRollOutIX with Lego Gundam, RX-78-2, and Guntank. Now, for those unfamiliar, the RX-78-2 Gundam is the one and only Gundam in the series Mobilesuit Gundam back in 1979, meaning that this guy is the first Gundam of them all. The granddaddy, ladies and gentlemen. And here he is in microscale. Pretty nice looking, very simple. He's got absolutely no detail on his head, but that's fine. All throughout, he does look kind of cool for his scale, though. He's got the sight on his beam rifle there that can be moved from side to side if you wish. He's got his shield here, very plain, I know, but it just plugs onto his arm. Come around to the back. He's got his backpack here with the beam sabers. Now, the beam sabers actually can't be used. Being minifigure hands, he can't hold them, and they don't hold any beams. They're just kind of there for show, but that is fine. I do kind of dig the design of this guy overall, but, yeah, he's microscale, so you gotta cut him some slack. For articulation, the arms go forward and back and rotate. I think that's it for the upper body. He has a waist swivel. Oh, his head rotates. Derp. His legs go in and out and forward and back very slightly, and he's got some rotating feet. And really, that's about it. Very little articulation, but again, microscale, that's my excuse, that's what I'm living by. So, this guy has one more feature, which is actually kind of cool, and being microscale, again, I know I'm using that as a big excuse, but being microscale, the fact that it does this at all is really cool. But you have to take some stuff off. Whereas in the show, he just splits in half, and there you go, there's a core fighter. In this, you have to take off a few things. But being microscale again, excuses, 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 excuses. So, for this guy, to get the core fighter out, you rotate the waist off, that comes off. There you go. Okay, now this, you pull out like this, and it unpegs it from there, and then you just slide the head through, and you set this aside. Then you got this. You yank the head off with the collar, and then yank this piece off, and there you have a core fighter. A very, very simple microscale core fighter. The only problem with this is that you are left with a pile of Gundam parts, but, you know, you gotta make sacrifices. Now, it's an inanimate object, but it can plug onto a stand. That's why there's this little peg underneath, and that's pretty cool. But that is it for the Gundam. Let's move on to the Guntank. Now, the Guntank is the heavy arms mobile suit on the white base being the mothership of the crew that Mobilesuit Gundam follows. Anyway, very simple, just like the Gundam, but he's got his charm. I like him. He's got these exhaust thingies back here. The huge cannons here are so powerful that it has to cool off, and exhaust comes out of here. He's got these arms, which are cannons in themselves. They're supposed to be triple-barreled, but being microscale, excuses. He's got these triangular treads here, as opposed to legs, and he's piloted by two people. One pilot is in a cockpit up here, and another pilot is in a cockpit down here. For articulation, the arms go in and out and forward and back. The head has no movement at all, unfortunately, but the cannons do go up and down. And that's it. Not much, but it's something. And I just almost popped his arm off. Anyway, he has a core fighter as well, so let's take a look at how that works. Again, being microscale, there is no real transformation involved. It does fit into his body differently than it does the Gundam, but the core fighters are exactly the same, which is kind of cool. And because of that, there's a little bit more transformation. Anyway, you pull this off, like so. You take this, pull that out, set that to the side, and just like on the Gundam's core fighter, you pull this bit off. Unlike the Gundam's core fighter, you have to rotate these around, and there you go. There is this core fighter. It's exactly the same as the Gundams. Here you go. But again, the only downside is now you've got a pile of Guntank parts in the back with no place to go. So, anyway, that's about it, guys, and this is IXRollOutIX, signing off.